Hello, I'm Coach Natalie, and welcome to this episode of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies. Well, as promised, today we are learning the Baratoplata. And the Baratoplata was developed by a guy named Rafael Barato. Just like the Marcelo Plata is developed as kind of as a plan B for the omoplata, the Baratoplata is something that you can use when your opponent is, hiding their hand because they don't want it to be triangled or armbarred or that kind of thing from the guard. It's pretty simple. Let's check it out. Okay, let's break it down. You might learn to use the Baratoplata when someone is in your guard and they were foolish enough to have one arm, sticking out between your legs. Now, anyone who's done any amount of Jiu Jitsu will know that you don't want to just have one undefended arm. You always want to return the arm back to you. They think, well, you can't armbar just an elbow, but you can use that elbow as part of the Baratoplata. So, my dummy here is in my guard for whatever reason. She's got one arm. Now, if I was to do that, I have an arm bar or a triangle, certainly can arm bar this. So she may want to hide her hand back behind this leg. That's fine. I'm reaching through, grabbing the top of my thigh. Now, I want to rotate and I want to pinch her head between my legs. Really, I actually want to do is throw this leg over. Now, the last thing I want to do is, still holding on to this arm, I want to pivot and I want to start pivoting my head towards the right. Now this is actually one of those submissions that if you were so lucky to have a person, then I'd actually recommend that you try this out on a person. Unlike an arm bar, a knee bar, an Americana, a Kimura, it's pretty easy to see the joint that's being attacked. In the Baratoplata, it's kind of hidden. That doesn't make it any less effective. But if you were just looking at this and go, gosh, that doesn't look very effective, I would say try it out on a friend. But obviously, we always want to attack joints very slowly. The shoulder is very delicate and has lots of moving parts and stuff like that. And so obviously, as I mentioned, several times previously, we never want to attack a shoulder lock, especially, very quickly. We want to get to a good position, and then very, very, very slowly, I want to rotate to the right. Again, you want to make sure that their arm is at a 90-degree angle. That would be the other problem. And then the last thing, you don't want them to roll away. That's why, by throwing my leg over their head, it's going to keep them from rolling away. It's going to keep them in one place. Let's check it out again. they're in your guard. For whatever reason, they have, you know, one arm out. They know that I could easily get an arm bar or a triangle. So they're going to protect what they think they're doing is they're protecting this arm by putting their hand behind my leg. Not a problem. I'm going to grab my own thigh, just like in the Baratoplata. Next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to cut the corner, and then I'm going to be throwing this leg over their head. Last, I'm going to get my foot onto their hip, and I'm going to start rotating to the right. And that is the Baratoplata. Now, I would recommend that you go check out Rafael Barato's videos. Portuguese names will start with an R, but are pronounced like an H. So it says Rafael, but it'll look like Raphael. Check that out. The next couple of videos, we're going to start to work on some sweeps. But in the meantime, like I said, if you can get a willing partner, try out the Baratoplata and tell me what you think. And in the meantime, thank you very much for your support of Jiu Jitsu for Dummies.